is an outrage.
I hate that.
You cannot argue with me that Panic is not a better band overall than Fall Out Boy.
Where? Where? Tell me where. I don't see it.
I can't believe you've done this. All right. Tier list is a lot of bands that are emo, rock radio. We would say Q101. I'm sure whatever rock radio is in your neck of the woods is the same idea.
Whatever your alternative radio station is.
Yeah, like bands that would appear on there, bands that are in the rock genre. Sirius XL Turbo, the Turb. Come on down to the Turb. So we begin. If you don't know, because I had to explain this to some people, S tier is the top tier. So S tier is the number one thing, not A. A is number 2. So think of this as like S tier is like R none. Nobody can beat this band. I would say we shouldn't have that many in S tier. We also should probably not have that many in F tier, but who knows? And if we don't know a band,
don't know, who knows?
Yeah. And if we don't know, we'll put a band and don't know. We just don't know who the band is. Also, this list does repeat, so there are a lot of band logos that are in here twice. I don't know why. Somebody made a bad tier list, and with the one we went with, we had all of the options, and we chose this one. We begin with Flyleaf.
I like how you hesitated there.
I'm asking you. I know you're a Flyleaf fan.
I'm not a super Flyleaf fan. I've never listened to anything more than their singles, to be 100% honest.
The album's not bad, but if you went to a festival, if they were on like a Riot Fest or a Warped Tour now, would you go see them?
Who's playing in Conflict?
RJA?
Red Jumpsuit Apparatus.
Is that Red Jumpsuit Apparatus' logo though?
Red Jumpsuit Apparatus. I think
right.
So. Okay. They really started off early with the Christian bands, didn't they?
It started off with a song about domestic abuse, so I don't know. I've never felt much for Red Jumpsuit, to be perfectly honest.
I feel like I felt enough to put him in above Flyleaf because I've listened to at least one whole of their album and have enjoyed it, and I've seen them live and enjoyed it.
I'm fine with C. The Weezer.
The Weezer?
I'm going at least A with Weezer.
I would say A or B.
Like,
Pinkerton's very solid still.
They're early records. I wouldn't say S. I do think that they are legends in like the emo indie rock radio kind of scene. They have a lot of really good songs. Blue Album is my personal favorite. I know Pinkerton is yours. And I think that like if we can speak to the quality of those records, like I think you gotta go. I'm going A.
I feel, White Album was a good album too.
Arctic Monkeys. I've never really listened to Arctic Monkeys.
I saw them at Love. I would say D, honestly, because they're fine.
Mayday Parade is next. Now, I was not really a big listener to Mayday Parade.
Me neither.
I think that they're good. Like, I do think their songs are real good.
Yeah, I'm indifferent about them. I wouldn't give them like, I would give them maybe like a C or D just because we're kind of impartial.
Miserable at Best, like as a ballad, as a piano fucking ballad. If you want to fucking cry, feel some shit. Yeah, I might say like mid B to high C tier.
Okay, that's fair.
So I think we'll put it at B. It's a low B. There's just nowhere else to compare to it yet in there. And then we'll see as we get more. And then I'll put it around. Oasis.
No.
I'm putting them in F. I think that we may end up finding some bands and we're like, Oasis is better than these fucking bands. And then there's no reason to have a high or low F. It's just like, if you're in F, you fucked up somewhere along the way. Slipknot, I'm going high A. I fucking love Slipknot.
I don't have too much of an opinion on Slipknot. I've never really listened to them. But I do sometimes occasionally in my head be like, oh yeah, Dead Memories is a song. That's a good song.
I love Slipknot. I really love Slipknot. So I'd have to go at least A tier. I'd probably put them above Weezer.
Wow.
How do you feel about that?
Dead Memories is a really good song. I never had that much with Slipknot. And I was not into metal when I was in high school. I really ever have been, unless it's symphonic metal.
That was me.
I trust you in your opinion.
I was very into metal. I'm putting them A. We can reevaluate later. Red Hot Chili Peppers. I'm conflicted on them. I have liked a lot of their music.
Everyone does.
I also think that they are severely overrated as a band. Like if you ask me like who are the most overrated bands, Red Hot Chili Peppers would probably be like near the top of my list.
Yeah, there's I read an interview. I read like a whole article. It was actually about like decline of like rock radio and how it was basically like everyone who's running this is too old and doesn't understand the youth, which is true. That's beside the point. But they also asked a question to a programming director of KROQ, the legendary rock radio station in California, said, "Why does everyone play Red Hot Chili Peppers so much?" And they just said, "I don't know. They're just there and they will stay there." And I feel like with that's a problem, and they hold too much power as a band.
But they do have some good songs. I think they are a good example of a band that has lived long enough to see themselves become the villain.
Yeah.
Oh, Under the Bridge is also like a phenomenal song.
Oh yeah.
And I'm putting them B. I'm putting them low B.
That was it. Okay.
I'm putting them low B. Sum 41.
I enjoy them thoroughly. I went to a few Sum 41 shows, not a lot, but I went to enough to the I went to one of the anniversary shows where I can't think of the name at the moment. Does This Look Infected? So I went to that show at House of Blues in Chicago. I really enjoy Sum 41 with the passion. I would go with C just because like maybe like a low.
You enjoy them a lot though.
Yeah, but I also think too because they still do get a decent amount of radio play. So I can also see them being a little bit more impactful with that to a degree. It is their older music. It's not any of their newer.
It's the pop punk shit that like hits. I'm willing to put them right above Mayday Parade.
Yeah, I agree.
Bump down Mayday. All right, fine. Mayday Parade is now C tier. All right. Well, a band that we obviously is S tier is Nickelback.
There we go.
Are we able to have a nuanced conversation about Nickelback, or we just agree?
I was thinking about that.
I would say personally they're better than the Arctic Monkeys, but I don't know if I put them above Flyleaf.
That's fair. I feel. Yeah.
I'm gonna go mid D tier for now.
Yeah.
Rockstar is worse than This Is How You Remind Me is good. Accurate take. Hawthorne Heights, Lizzie, I feel like I'll let you take this one as well.
Hawthorne Heights.
Where would you put them?
Now here's the thing. Do I ever hear them on the radio? No, because they're Hawthorne Heights. They're not going to be on the radio. Are you going to hear them at every fucking emo night? You fucking bet.
I think they are better than Mayday Parade.
Yes.
I would say high C tier. Yes. Are you fair with that?
I'm fair with that.
That also means that Red Hot Chili Peppers is a better band.
That's upsetting.
Falling in Reverse. It might be. Their first record, when Ronnie came back.
Fucking hits. Everything else is terrible. Ronnie Radke is a terrible human being.
I would say on the merits of the first Falling in Reverse record, I'd give them at least a low C tier.
Yes. Because we're factoring in that Ronnie Radke is a piece of shit human being.
Not nice people get doctor grade, Ella says, and that is accurate.
I did see Falling in Reverse on their first tour at Mojo's in Joliet, and it was a great show until my friend smoked way too much weed and didn't eat, and then we had to call his parents because he's going to the hospital.
This next one is impossible to see, but it is Pierce the Veil. In the effort of just, kind of evening out our scores here, I would put them at least high B, like above Sum 41. You're arguing with me, I know. I will put them middle there. Okay, let's have a debate here.
Oh, no.
Blink 182. Let's have a debate. Let's get into it. Let's just jump into it. I do want to give them credit for being Blink 182. They have a lot of very good songs. I am not a huge Blink fan.
I like a lot of
really just like the Untitled record.
Their older music. It's very solid, and it was what it was for the day. And it was very iconic for the scene, and it's still played heavily. For Blink-182, I would say they'd have to be in like the high B, low A tier.
I think it's fair to put them above Sum 41, and it's because I want to take the whole career, and like the new shit is just so bad that it ruins the older shit, even if you like it. Green Day. I think this is similar, where it's like they've had a lot of good fucking songs. American Idiot is a legendary record. You have to acknowledge it in the history of punk and emo and pop punk and all that.
21st
Another band
Century
covered by every high school band.
Also another like complete staple banger of an album.
I gotta put them at least B tier.
These are bad takes.
You want them higher or lower?
I want it higher. I want them in the A fucking tier.
You want an A tier? I think A tier, low A tier is fine. Okay, I think this one is going to be pretty fast for both of us. Panic at the Disco, I think, is for us, very easy S tier. Like top of the charts here. If it
they
was
spanned
just
everything. That's it. They just spanned everything and done it fucking well.
If we were just doing it on the merits of Fever, S tier. Mindless Self-Indulgence, I feel like we can have a very good take on.
Yes, we could. Hey, so I really fucking like Mindless Self-Indulgence.
I do too.
think it's a great record. I think Frankenstein's Girl Seems Insanely Sexy is a really good, completely fucking insane record that was so like experimental for the time. And I think even now, if you like put on any of those songs, people be like, what the fuck is this? I'd be like, it's great, isn't it?
I would say better than Green Day, not better than Weezer.
Fair.
All right, now everybody's got to fight about Korn, I guess. Like, let's have an argument about Korn in the chat.
God.
Solid B.
I never listened to Korn outside of Freak on a Leash because when I was younger, I was like, I don't really know what this is, but you know what I do know? Hollywood Undead, and that shit hit. That's what I knew.
So let's pretend that Korn is Hollywood Undead.
Listen, I'm saying Hollywood Undead is like A tier in my book.
Yeah, I would be fine with putting them under MSI above Green Day.
That's fair.
A Day to Remember.
I was never a Day to Remember fan.
Really? Not even Homecoming?
No.
I think Homecoming.
They fell into that brocore pop punk, and I absolutely hated that in high school, and I hated the people that like I would interact with.
That's very fair.
Listen to it.
I think Homecoming is the perfect pop punk with breakdowns record. Low B tier.
Yes.
I want to put them above Red Hot Chili Peppers. I do think that they are.
That's fine.
Better than Red Hot Chili Peppers. 21 Pilots.
I cried.
I'd go A tier. I would go A tier. I would probably put them above Slipknot. I put them like right below S tier.
Take for you, but yeah,
I love 21 Pilots. There's a metal fan that's gonna come to our houses.
Out of nowhere, we're gonna be like,
I feel like Paramore is also S tier.
Yes, I don't think that there's an argument against that.
I don't think we have to argue. Do you put them above?
If there is an argument, I'd have an issue with somebody.
Where do you put them between? You put Panic first, or you put Paramore first?
Paramore first.
Ooh, okay. We do have a debate here. I don't think I would. I think that there are a lot of weaker songs on the first two records. All We Know Is Falling and Riot.
Where?
And I think
Tell
that once they got
I
to
don't see it.
Brand-New-Eyes front to back is a perfect record.
I see no issues with the first two records.
Paramore has been in more Twilight films. That is also true.
They have literally the best song from all of those films. Decode.
Let's move on. I'm going to leave it there. We can come back and we can debate this when the list is done. Alkaline Trio, I got to go top A, if not low S. I'm going high A. I'm putting them above all of this. And I don't, if you have problems, like we'll figure this out. Under Oath, I gotta go high B to low A tier. I fucking love Under Oath.
I would agree with. I've never listened to Under Oath.
B for sure. I'll put him high B. Simple Plan.
I like them a good amount, but their newer stuff doesn't hit. I would say like low C, high B.
Low C. Would you go like better than Flyleaf, but lower than Falling in Reverse?
Yes.
Bring Me the Horizon. I'm not gonna be what you think I'm gonna be. Just put it wherever I want it. Where would you put Bring Me the Horizon?
I have only listened fully to the latest Bring Me the Horizon.
Oh my God.
I've never listened to any other Bring Me the Horizon song in my entire life.
Please listen to That's the Spirit. Please listen to Sempiternal. Please listen to Suicide Season. I don't know. I'll average it out. But I think they're better than Weezer. So they're not as good. They're not better than 21 Pilots. They're not better than Alkaline Trio, but they are better they are less than Weezer. Because then we got to move, like, we'd have to move it like that, you know? I put them there. I think they're higher. This is an outrage. I can't believe you've done this. The Offspring. They had a lot of singles.
They did. I really like the Offspring. They still get a good radio play. I'm not going to say they're anything. I think they're B. I like them.
B?
They're pretty legendary. They get enough radio play.
Where would you say in B? I might put them here.
Above Red Hot for sure.
Above Red Hot, but I think above Amberlin. Yeah. I think Imagine Dragons is a fair F. We can discuss.
Yeah.
I think Imagine Dragons is for sure not good. And if you want my opinion, I think that they are just a pop band that is masquerading as a rock band. You had one guitar, so therefore you're in the rock radio. Yep, I think that they're miscategorized, and that's why I'm putting them in F, because they don't belong in this category. What is this? Linkin Park. It's Linkin Park.
S tier.
I wouldn't go S.
Bad takes.
Tier. I would say A tier. I think I'm leaning towards A. So S.
So S. Yeah, that's what you mean. So S, right?
I feel like, my opinion,
think they had one bad album. I think they're iconic enough because they still stand and they still get so much radio play from like the beginning of their career to the end.
I am low S. Is it low S? I'm not going to give you that they're better than Paramore. I'm not going to give you that. I will stand on my own 2 feet and defend my territory against you saying that Linkin Park is better than Paramore. Nirvana S tier. Let's talk Nirvana. Nirvana is not S tier. Nirvana is, I am going on record. Please clip this. Nirvana is not that good. Nirvana changed the landscape, and that's it.
They are very overrated. They are influential. I do like Nirvana, like genuinely. I like their music and I will listen to it.
Genuinely good, no cap. He said no cap, so they must be good.
Yeah.
I'm willing to put them in minimum B tier for their legendary status, for the influence, for Kurt Cobain being a prolific songwriter in his own right. I will give them at least B tier. I would put them... Oops. Oh, God. Uh-oh. No, it's still there. Don't worry.
Put them above Red Hot, please.
I'd put them there.
Okay.
You let me know how you feel about that.
No, I like that.
Okay. Mike Hem, I think this is our top band. This is our top.
Above Panic, yeah.
This is our top. Rise Against?
I think they're pretty high up.
I'd say at least high B, low A.
They've done a lot of mainstream political punk, I feel.
I think they gotta go A.
Yeah.
Are they above Green Day? Is Rise Against better than Green Day?
I think, because like even with their newest albums that came out, I like that more than like the recent Green Day.
I think that's where they go.
Yeah, I feel like that's safe there. That's safe there.
All right, let's argue about Fall Out Boy for like 1 minute.
S.
I think that Fall Out Boy has to be an S, and I can forgive post hiatus because the first 4 records are iconic, legendary. I think it's very fair. I'm gonna put them below Paramore.
I hate that. I dislike that.
Argue with me about where they go in S tier.
You look at the whole career, but if you look at them also reinventing themselves and coming back in the way in which they did so, and then continue to keep doing it.
All right, are they better than Panic at the Disco? I would say very much no. I'll give you Paramore because I already had issues with a couple Paramore albums. I already expressed those issues. I cannot, in good faith, you cannot tell me, you cannot argue with me that Panic is not a better band overall than Fall Out Boy. Panic at the Disco is one of the only bands that has lived long enough not to see themselves become a villain, but they've continued to be a hero. Fall Out Boy is at least in certain circles seen as a villain.
I can accept that argument. I just don't like it.
This is our debate team.
The argument. I'm reasonable. I just don't like it.
I think Taking Back Sunday is A tier.
Yeah. They're pretty timeless, I feel.
I think that we got to go A, and I'd probably put them right around Weezer. See, I want to put Bring Me the Horizon.
I want to put them above MSI.
I think they're better than Mindless Self-Indulgence, but I'm willing to accept here. I'm fine with where they are.
Yeah.
Because we're evening this out. Slipknot is a bit high if we're evening this out based on you and I scores and the chat scores. So I am going to move Slipknot down. I will put them here. The Used, you're going to fight me.
I'm gonna fight you.
I'm going A tier.
You're about to say C. I would have come over there.
No. I love the Used. You know I love the Used. You know I think that Love and Death is amazing. Their
The
first
bonding
record.
experience we had as co-hosts was in the Used.
I know.
I think A tier. I think when they started to get weird with the what was it? They're weird
Canyon?
Yeah, that was fucking weird.
I think if we're evening this out, I might put it here.
That's fair. That's fine.
All time low.
I want to say B.
I'm fine with B. I don't really know a lot of all time low, and a lot of what I've heard is not my favorite.
Their first 3 albums are great. Their last most recent album is great. I didn't like anything in between, personally.
Where in B? I might say here.
Yeah, I feel like that's fair.
Y'all let us know if we fucked up, but also we didn't. All right, y'all. I think that's where the list stands. That's all the bands. Do we want to move anything around? I feel okay with it as an agreement between the two of us. Like, if we're sharing responsibility over this list, this feels good to me.
Yeah, no, I feel fine with it. I'm good with it.
Okay. Well, there you go, y'all. There's the list. MCR, Panic, FOB, Paramore, and Linkin Park rounding out the S tier. I like it. I like an even 4, Lizzie. I really love an even 4. I'd love to bump that Linkin Park down to top A tier.
No.
I'd love to bump it down a little bit more too, personally.
No.
But apparently Linkin Park is S tier. We all learned today. We all learned something today.
You did.
Thank you all for joining us tonight. Thank you all for hanging out with us on the stream. We had a great time. Y'all let us know if we fucked up, but also we didn't.